Hello, TikTok. How are you? This is my first time live and I have no idea what to expect, but I'm excited to see people coming in. Hello. Oh, what is it telling me to do? So this is, hello, we've got people joining. We today are starting something super cool, and this is called Reinvention Nation, and we are going to get together on my Reinvention Nation live every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central to talk about business and coaching, consulting, financial advisors, agents. You are welcome. This is going to be a great space for you. Anybody that wants to learn to grow their business organically, on social media, that is my secret sauce. I am a huge believer in organic growth for businesses on social media. Hello. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, is just growing our businesses organically on social media. And if you follow me on the other platforms, you know I'm there. But I wanted to come over here to TikTok because the algorithm is so great. And one of the things we need to figure out when we are using TikTok to grow our businesses is that algorithm. And so that is why I'm here. And other people are here hanging out, having fun. And I'm like, I'm watching them hanging out, having fun. I want to be here and hang out and have fun. And so that is what we are absolutely going to do every Tuesday night. Reinvention Nation. One thing that motivated me to do this is I heard that 70% of women over 50 think about reinventing themselves. And I'm like, oh, I get that. New jobs, change what we're doing, shake it up, right? Everything is different. And so I wanted to make sure we have a platform where we can talk about that and where I help people grow their businesses organically on social media. So help people grow coaching, consulting businesses where you make over $100,000 a year, all organic. So no ads, no complicated funnels that slow us down. We are just simply using social media to connect with people and grow our businesses. And so I'm going to dive into what my process is. I call it the 10-hour freedom formula. And I started the 10-hour freedom formula because I heard from all of you, my followers, that you needed something that you could do with everything else going on, right? Like, so a lot of times we have jobs and careers we don't want to leave. We enjoy our jobs and our careers, but we want more. It's time in our lives to do more. Or maybe we're like, man, I'd like to leave that, but I can't do it until I replace my income. And so we have limited time to be able to grow our businesses. Or maybe we just have family we're taking care of, right? And so we have all those other things and we have limited time to grow our businesses. So what I heard from my followers is that they needed something that was consistent, and they needed something that they could do in a limited amount of time. We don't have 40, 50, 60 hours a week. And I also want you to know that I don't believe you need to blow everything up to make a change. You don't need to blow up what you have now to have a total reinvention. You just need to make tweaks in the right direction towards a goal that you are super interested in and that motivates you. And to me, I believe that you are called to do. And a lot of us, that is coaching and consulting. And so I am going to, I'm going to tell you, and you guys can put any questions you have. I mean, the questions are the best part, right? Any questions you have down there in the chat, and I will be happy to answer them. But what I'm going to start off with, because I don't want to not do this, I want to make sure and share exactly what my 10-hour freedom formula is. Does that sound good? All this right here, free on TikTok. You know where I almost said the other word. It's where I normally hang out. Okay. So when we want to grow a business, like, I'm going to tell you this stuff and you're going to be like, oh, I know this, but do you? Are you doing this? So we have to have a vision first. And that vision is going to be what's going to keep us going on those days that it gets hard. And also, when we know our vision, we can answer the question, is this a good idea or not? Will I be successful or not? And so when we know our vision, that's the first thing we want to dial into. Who do we want to help? What does it look like? Where are we going, right? So is our vision that we want to grow a coaching business that helps middle-aged women start their own businesses like me, right? And we want to replace our income. Maybe that's it, right? Like, what's our vision? Where are we going? And we need to get uber clear on that. Now the practical part of that vision is then we step back. This is going to be different than what you hear other places. We step back and we look at it and we're like, are other people doing this? We do market research. And a good way to do market research is go over to FB and look at FB ads. Because if people are running ads on FB, you know they're making money. And here's different. I don't want you to have an idea that nobody else is doing, because that means there's no market for it. You want an idea that there's a lot of people doing it. You want to go into a market that people are buying, which I know is absolute opposite from what you expected, but that is the truth. So if you come in and you're like, I want to be, here's an example. I want to be a health coach that helps middle-aged women with their hormones. Hot. Thumbs up, hot. You can go out on social media and find that all over the place. Everybody, like not everybody's doing it, but a lot of people are doing it. Then it's a good idea. It's a good vision. If you come into me and you're like, you know, Heather, I'm going to be based out of South Dakota, because that's where I'm at, and I want to teach people how to do underwater basket weaving. And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen, right? Like, that's not a real thing. Like, you're not going to make any money at that. So that's like a large spectrum there, but I wanted to show that. Like, don't think you're going to do something that's really out there that nobody else is doing, because you're not going to make money with it. Let's make it something that's easy for us to make money at. Don't create a business that's hard. Create a business that's easy. Can we say easy? Yes, we want easy. Okay, then we want our ideal client. Can you see it? Ideal client. Hello, everybody hanging out on TikTok. Ideal client. This is so important. And I have an AI tool called the Mouse and the Cookie that is so fun to help you come up with your AI. Just, oh my gosh, you can just spend some time with AI and it tells you exactly what your ideal client needs along the whole entire journey. It is so fun. You need to go super, super, super deep on your ideal client. And matter of fact, if you have a coaching or consulting business right now and you're like, it's not working, we think, oh, I need to send a broader net. I want to serve more people. The truth is you need to narrow it in. You need to serve an exact person. And if I know exactly who you want to help and serve, I can write language for it. But if I don't know exactly who you help and serve, I can't write language for it, right? So we want to get, and then it creates confusion and no clarity. So you want to know exactly who your ideal client is, and you want to go all in on that person. And I know it's really scary because you're like, oh, I don't know, like it might not work. It'll work. It'll work. And so ideal client, and then we need an offer. And this is where we get a little weird sometimes, right? We get a little weird because we're like, oh, I don't know about sales, Heather. I don't know about sales. Well, if you really believe in what you do and you really, really believe in how you help and serve people and you concentrate on them and not you, you will be just fine. The problem is we get derailed when we're thinking about ourselves and not the people we help. So we want a good offer. And I help my clients write offers in a way where I don't ever say, do you want to hear what I sell, right? I don't ever say, hey, do you want to hear, I don't even say, do you want to hear how I help people? I honestly don't. I wait, and we have such a good relationship until they come to me and say, tell me how much this costs and what you do, right? Like I just had that happen again today. Like I don't go in to sell. I don't. I go in to help and educate, and boy, they'll get to that point and they'll be like, okay, tell me what's next. How much is it going to cost and what is it? And honestly, I've been in some sales situations that don't even ask how much it costs. They're like, what is it? What is it? Right? Because they know they need it. And so we want to have an offer, and the system of offering that offer, as I teach people, like we're going to make it Groundhog Day. You will control your sales process and it will be the same every single time. And it will be absolutely client focused until it's your turn. And when they say, tell me what you need or tell me what you do, and then you can give the offer. Okay, so offer. And then market like a pro. Market like a pro. That's the secret sauce everybody wants, isn't it? Hello, TikTok. Got more people joining. This is Reinvention Nation if you're just jumping on, and we are talking business and reinventing ourselves. Market like a pro. I'm a huge believer in organic growth on social media. I believe in doing about 30 minutes a day of real, honest connection on social media, and that will grow your business. What I do not believe in is FB ads. FB ads, any ads. I really don't. And I don't believe in like expensive funnels and tech. If I told you how much money I have wasted on those two things, It will make your toes curl. Like, it's very bad. And I know I can do better than what they're doing for free. So you should never even be spending a nickel on an ad if you don't have a proven concept, because you're going to be paying to get it out there while you're proving the concept. So if you get going and you're amazing and you're making all this money on organic and you want to throw some ads, great. But you probably won't want to, because you're going to be okay with organic. And 30 minutes a day, guys, is like nothing. And so I have that process in place that we teach. And so that is the freedom formula: vision, ideal client, offer, and market like a pro, which we use an intentional process on social media that I just can't go into it today, but that's exactly what we do. I do have a membership group. So if this is something like you're like, I want to ask more questions, this is interesting, you want to get in the group, it's called the 1010 Impact Club. I'm on School. That's the platform I use. I'm not pushing School. You use whatever platform you want. It's just been super, super easy for me. And so we all hang out on School, and we meet to do Q&A a couple times a month, and we've got some speakers in there. And we go over all of this, the 10-hour freedom formula. We talk about market like a pro. There's several hours of videos in there. So when you join, you can go in and you can watch them all. You can go in and just watch the market like a pro, and jump in and have questions. But it's people just like me, just like you, hanging out, growing our businesses in 10 hours a week. And it's super, super cool. And just a lot of fun. And that's why I thought, I'm going to get on TikTok, because like that's where I hang out when I'm not working. And so I wanted to get on TikTok and hang out with you guys and let you know just kind of what it's like to grow a business. And if anybody has questions, drop them in the chat down there. I will definitely answer any questions. The thing coming up this week in the 1010 Impact Club, my membership group, is we're taking a pivot, a little bit of a pivot, because we do that, right? Because we can all pivot. We're good at this. We're multitaskers. I've written a couple Amazon best-selling books, and it was such an amazing experience. I loved everything about it that I'm like, I'm gonna help other people write Amazon best-selling books. And so I do that to help people grow their businesses organically. It really fits into the whole process. Now, we only take a couple authors at one time, and we only take people with established businesses. So even today I was talking to somebody, and they're like, what's next for me? I said, we got to get you an established business before you go write a book, because we need to have a proven offer, a proven concept, proven language. But then once you write a book, it makes you an expert in every room, right? And you can get on stages. I have one of the number one speaking agents actually in the nation, particularly in his industry. So I'm, very lucky to have that. So I contribute that absolutely to my first book. Second book just came out this year, and I'm working on my third, but it's a slow go because I have all these other things going on. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. If you can get concentrated on your time, you can write a book within a couple months. It doesn't take long at all. But we need proof of concept first, which we get through the 10-hour freedom formula. That would be the first step in growing your business. And so that's kind of how that order goes. And so funnels, yeah. So people ask, what's a funnel? And I think that's a great question. Funnels kind of taken on the word from one of the leading tech companies that sells funnels, right? And so in a way, a funnel now is tech. And so it's that software that takes a client from cold and drives them through, and it sends them emails and gets them signed up and collects their email and all that. So that's technically what a funnel is. A lot of times when we say funnel, we mean pipeline. And so a pipeline is how you get your client from cold lead to closed business. And so that would be a pipeline. And so you don't need to pay for tech, a funnel. You do need a pipeline, and a pipeline is a system and is free. Like, you're not paying for this. I don't believe in paying for ads. I don't believe in paying for expensive funnels because I've paid a lot and I don't need it. I do better without it. I do better with simple, and I do better with connections. And so pipeline would be, our top is how we get cold leads, right? And I believe in organic connection on platforms, on social media. Some of them are better than others. It just depends on how you want to put yourself out there, where you're at, who your audience is. I'll tell you, the FB is the best. It really is for me. It is for all of us that are in coaching, consulting, financial advisors, real estate agents. Like, we got it dialed in. So you'll have a cold lead. So you could get this from an impact post. I'm diving into the marketing like a pro part now here. Of the 10-hour freedom for it. So you can get an impact post. Impact post is, you've seen them out there if you're on Facebook. There, I said it. They're gonna get me. Or you might see a reel that kind of works the same way, but they really aren't as good. So an impact post starts a conversation. So you're gonna have a piece of content that isn't like a call to action. It's not pushing what you sell. It starts a conversation. So I had one the other day and I got 180 leads from it. 180 leads from one free post. And it was 70% of women over 50 think about reinventing themselves. Did you? And that was it. And I posted it in the right place, which means I'm nesting, right? I was nesting in a group where my clients hang out, my ideal client, my ideal prospect hang out. I was nesting and I posted that and they commented. And then I comment back. And then we start talking all on social media, right? All in the DMs. Get them in the DMs, have a conversation. So back to funnel pipeline. So you have a cold lead. And so that one would be, okay, it was an impact post, right? And then from there I went to a DM. And then sometimes I'll invite them straight to my member group, right? Or a lot of times, which is paid, a lot of times I'll invite people to my free group. Terrible handwriting, even on a good day. So a free group on FB, and then I drip on them, right? And I drip content and I drip information, and they get to know me, because we need to know people about 7 hours before we want to do business with them. So we drip on them. And then from there, a lot of times we'll go to a discovery call or some sort of sales call. That's bad handwriting. Anyways, you get it. Sales call. I don't know about you guys. My schedule does not allow for a lot of sales calls. Like, I have to be very diligent with my time. So I have wanted to create a pipeline that doesn't have sales calls. I do not get on the call with somebody unless I know, like, they know me really well and I know them. And like, we've done some stuff together. We've gotten to know each other. And I know that they're super interested and they know who I am and what I can do. Then I'll get on a sales call. Otherwise, I don't do them anymore. I used to do a lot of them. I used to do 10 of them a week. That was my goal, 10 hours, and it worked. But at some point, it's like, well, we don't have time to do that anymore. So that's possible to do that. Or you could go to a member group, and then if you go to a member group, it's low ticket and you don't have to do sales calls. So I'm super into my member group right now, 1010 Impact Club. I will definitely put, well, the link is up in my bio if you're interested in that. When you come to the 1010 Impact Club, you will you'll join a group. You'll have a membership group. You'll have people in community. We support each other. We refer to each other. We share each other's information to help grow each other's businesses, right? So like, we are all about supporting each other. And then after, we also have Q&A twice a month with me. So like, you could ask all the questions you want to from what we're talking about here, get all of that answered. I have a library full of videos and information that is only there, and it goes through the 10-hour freedom formula. You can go through that at your absolute own pace. There's handouts and worksheets, and you build your business, and then you bring the questions to the Q&A. And then we have special speakers, like we have a branding specialist that comes in once a month and helps you brand your business and make sure that you have a good digital handshake, she calls it, so that we look consistent and that people understand what we're doing. And then we have all sorts of other things. And so special topics, like this week's special topic is how to write an Amazon best-selling book. And so if you are interested in growing your business, we would love to have you come hang out with us. And so that's the 1010 Impact Club, my membership group. Or if you're interested in growing a membership group, it's a great place to be. I've got some people that are, I have a homeschool mom that coaches homeschool moms. I've got, I got a digital, somebody that's starting a digital business, and it is hot, guys. She's getting state contracts for state funding for her digital content business. Like, if you printables, like I'm like, wow, it's so awesome. It's on fire, absolute fire. Real estate agents are in there, financial advisors are in there, business coaches are in there, branding coaches. Who am I missing? Oh, bookkeepers, CPAs. So all of us just hanging out, growing our businesses organically. So most of us are kind of like me, middle-aged women. Some of them are younger than me. And there's some men in there too. It's all good, but we're just really wanting to reinvent ourselves, grow our businesses in 10 hours a week. And just, kind of step into who we're called to be and do what we're meant to be in. So it's a super, super fun group. So I'd love to invite you. And I will be back here every single Tuesday at about 7:30. I was a little late today because I had a coaching call before this with one of my clients. And so we went over. So I was a little late, but I am here now. And I will be back next Tuesday because this has been a lot of fun. And I'm hoping just to reach more people and help them just reinvent themselves, grow their businesses, and know that you can have a $100,000 coaching consulting business. You've got that God-given brilliance that we need to just tap into, get it going in the right direction. And in 10 hours a week, you can grow your business and not have any crazy ads. I'm never going to tell you to buy an ad. And waste that money, or even expensive funnels. You don't need a lot of crazy tech. You've got the brilliance, the God-given brilliance. We just need to get you going in the right direction. So 1010 Impact Club, come hang out with me. Reinvention Nation, which is this, come back here next week. I love to connect with you. You can always DM me and we'll get connected. So all right, I'm gonna try to figure out how to turn this off because I have never done this before. Let's try this. Do you think that'll do it? I should have probably figured that out. End the live. And now, bye guys.